Hey guys, Mountain Sport Airguns here, taking a look at this Benjamin Trail NPXL uh, rifle, which I have got in 22 caliber. This is not a new rifle. This particular one is a couple years old, and I just recently started shooting it. It has probably approximately 300 rounds through it, so it has broken in. Um, I like the styling in this rifle. It is a very heavy rifle, but for hunting, it's very sturdy. It's a solid wood stock here with a thumb hole. I think it was beautifully done. It has the Benjamin logo etched into the wood here. It did come with a sling, which I like the way that they mounted this. It's unique to this gun. I wish other Springers had a similar setup as far as being able to mount a sling this way, because it doesn't get in the way when you cock it. This rifle is on the heavy side, and it is uh, one of the more difficult ones to cock. Right now, this gun is getting around 900 feet per second. Um, so with a 22 caliber pellet, this is a very powerful rifle. It did come with this weaver rail, which is actually welded onto the gun itself. Um, and it did come with a center point scope, which is a 3 9x40. And the other thing I like about this scope is it is adjustable with your fingers. It's not one of the cheaper model center points where you'd have to use a dime or a screwdriver to adjust. So in the field, this is a great scope to use. Right now, I am using it approximately 45 to 50 yards, although 75 80-yard shots are quite easy with this rifle. But I am happy with it for a hunting rifle. This is probably one of my top picks. A lot of people complained about the trigger on this, and a lot of people are using Charlie DeTuna trigger, which is actually an entire trigger piece which you actually replace. It slides right in. What I wanted to try to do is just try to fix the existing trigger, which I've done. I did a little polishing and deburring on the internal parts of the trigger and where it meets the sear. I did a little bit of polishing, and I used some grease to put that together. And I gotta say, it's probably at least 30% better. The trigger is adjustable, and I did mess with it a little bit, but in stock form, the trigger really isn't very adjustable. But I have gotten it to break pretty crisply over stock without having to replace the trigger. Although in the future, I most likely will get that trigger upgrade. Just to see the difference, to see if the trigger can be improved drastically compared to the Charlie DeTuna trigger, because it would be nice just to be able to fix it on your own without having to buy anything. But I did notice that a lot of the parts inside were pretty rough, and I think the deburring helped drastically. The balance of this gun is good. It is shrouded. In other words, this barrel actually has a sleeve over it. You can actually remove this, and inside there are baffles, which are designed to quiet this gun. And it did come with the nitro piston. I'd done a lot of reading about it, and it is a great system. You can leave this gun cocked for days, weeks, and it's not going to fatigue like a normal spring would. And then two, steel springs are affected by temperature changes. In other words, if it was very cold, you would lose a little tension on that spring. This being a nitro piston, which there's actually gas inside, it's almost like a shock inside here, and that is not going to be affected by temperature like a steel spring. And so with that, you get consistency with your shots, and you can leave it cocked, for long periods of time if you're hunting with it, and you're walking around for a couple hours not making a shot. This is a perfect rifle for that. And it is a 22 caliber. I've noticed that this gun likes heavy pellets, at least in this. I know a lot of them are, pellet picky, but I've found generally the JSB exact jumbos are perfect for this gun. And then the Crosman Premier pellets work very well. It did take a while to break this in. My groups were not that good. But then again, I had not shot a Springer type rifle in a long time, so I had to practice my artillery hold, which I had not been used to because I've mostly been shooting PCP rifles and CO2 rifles. So this was kind of a learning curve for me. But after you get used to it and you get used to the way to break this gun open, it becomes very easy to shoot. The safety on this works perfect. I really have no complaints with this rifle. I would recommend it to anybody that wants something powerful and wants something for small to medium-sized game. Although I'm sure this rifle does have the power to take something larger, maybe such as a coyote. But for rabbits, squirrels, smaller game like that, this is an excellent choice. And for the price, you really can't beat it. But overall, with the sling and the styling of it, this is probably one of my favorite rifles made by Benjamin. My top pick, obviously, is the Marauder. But this gives PCP power with this nitro piston. I had never shot a nitro piston before this, and it's just a lot smoother cocking. It's a lot quieter, and it's just smooth as far as the overall performance of it. So I would highly recommend this. It's very comfortable, the cheek piece. I like this being open, very comfortable in my hand. So I just wanted to show you guys this rifle, and I hope you guys enjoy, and I will talk to you soon.